Good morning to one and all present here. Myself and Kalpana. I am from Sri G.K. Jain Higher Secondary School, Roypuram. Today, for the 12th standard, I am going to explain the topic is chemical kinetics. In last video, we saw about the rate of the chemical reaction, order of the reactions. Today, we have seen the molecularity of the reaction. How will you find the molecularity of the reaction? Let's see. The definition for the molecularity is total number of reactant which is involved in the elementary steps. So let's see the example when A it is a reactant and D which is a product. So automatically A which is not given the D in a direct way. It takes some more steps will be there. For example, A gives B, B gives C, C gives D. So it is those and all will be the elementary steps. So total number of the elementary steps will be the molecularity. And also if you consider the reaction which will be having a two steps. And how will you find the molecularity? Molecularity means the reactant, total number of the reactant only. How will you find that? Means it has been the which one having the slow step. Always the first step will be the slow step. It take time to reach the products. Okay, so the slow step which is involved in the reaction will be finding the rate. Slow step which will be finding the rate. Okay, so the molecularity means number of the elementary step. And next one is the pseudo first order. Pseudo means always told that pseudo means it is a false, fake, like that. Okay, it is by sake only we have doing it. That is a pseudo. Okay, pseudo first order. Actually, the order of the reaction it is not being first order. It should be second or the third order will be there. Due to the learning on the higher order, we have to reduce it, get into the first order. That will be called it as a pseudo first order. So pseudo first order means it is not being the first order. It means second and the third order. For the difficulty, we reduce it. That will be the okay. Let's see the example. Hydrolysis of ester. CH3COO CH3 plus H2O which will form CH3COOH plus CH3OH. Okay. Now we have to find the rate. Rate equal to rate which is directly proportional to the concentration of A and B. That means the reactant only. So here we having a rate which is equal to, here K is the proportionality constant. So if you are considered means we have CH3COOH plus H2O. That means the order of the reaction is 2. But we have to reduce it. How we have to reduce it? Let's see the concentration. First ester and next water, then CH3COOH and CH3OH. Okay. First at initial stage, the ester will be 0.01. So here we have to reduce it means we have to increase the water molecule, isn't it? Here K is also be there, but K is a constant. So we have to either this or this, we have to kept as a constant one. We never be kept in the ester will never be get it as a constant. So what we have to do? So we have to doing the increasing the water molecule. For the thing, it has been as a constant one. Okay, let's see when you take an ester in the form of 0.01. The water we have added bean is 10.00. How much difference is? Have you seen that 0.01? It should be 10. And CH3 at the initial no, it is no product will be formed. So it should be, let it be 0 and 0. And next one and the ester be 0.0, it should be 0. That means after completing the reaction. So the water again 9.99. Let's see that there is no much difference between 10 and 9.99. So almost the water molecule only kept constant. The other value may get increased. Okay. So we are for the higher order difficulty of higher order molecule, one thing we have to kept constant. In this reaction, the water increasing the water molecule, it kept constant. So what you have, rate equal to K into CH3COOH only. We never included the water because it is a constant. So automatically it should be a first order. This will be called it as a pseudo first order reaction. Let's see the integrated rate law for the zero order reaction. A which gives product, rate equal to K into A0. 0 means zero order reaction. So you have differentiated that with respect of time taken. So minus for the concentration because it get reduced. Minus of dA by dt equal to K. Anything which power of 0 will be a 1. So K into 1. Minus of dA equal to K into 1 K into dt, a cross multiply. we have to integrate it with the initial as well as the final. So dA which has been integrated A to A0 and time taken, so A will be a constant, so time dt, differentiation of time with 0 to t. So you have to substitute it over here. You get it as kt equal to A0 minus A. K equal to A0 minus A by t. Whereas A equal to minus of kt plus A0. It has been like a slope formula, y equal to mx plus c. So you have to draw the slope. For the x-axis you have taken as a time and the y-axis you have taken as a concentration. Okay, so in the zero order reaction, the best example in the zero order reaction is a photochemical reaction. In the photochemical reaction, the reactant is not that much, it has not been involved in it. Only the light has been involved in the photochemical reaction. So that will be called it as a zero order reaction. Zero means the reactant does not be involved. Only the catalyst will be act as the increasing the reactant and it only involved in it. Photochemical means the hydrogen and the chlorine, not that much it is not being involved. Only the photochemical, photosynthesis with the help of light only it is happen. Okay, so but it is in a very rare conditions only. And the next topic is difference between the order and the molecularity. So you know that the order, how will we find the order? It is the sum of the concentration, not the stoichiometric. A to the power of m and b to the power of n means m plus n. That means, so if you find the order, it should be the sum of their concentration. And the molecularity, number of reactant which is involved in the elementary step. Elementary step means each the reactant form as a product, it has been involved a lot step. The elementary, it means it takes some small step which will be involved in it. And if it is having two steps means which one has a slow step, that is a rate, and from that only you can define the molecularity. So order means sum of the concentration, molecularity means number of reactants in the elementary step. And second one may be 0 or integer because it is a concentration. So 0.0 it will be there, point something will be there. But it should be a whole number molecularity because it denoted the number of molecules. So always be the 1 mole of molecule, 2 mole of molecule will be there. So it should be always in a whole number, not as a 0 as well as an integer. And next one, order of the reaction, overall reaction which will be involved in it. We have to see, we have to find the order means we have to take it as an overall reaction. But in the molecularity, only the elementary step is involved in it. And second one is second topic is a off-life period. Off-life period means the time taken for the reactions happen. Okay, time required for the reactions. Let's see the A which gives product. The condition is we have to, in place of T, we have to reduce it as a off-life only. No, so in place of T, it should be T off. And the A, it should be A0 by 2 because it is divided by 2. So A equal to A0 by 2. For the concept, for the first order, so off-life period for the first order is, the off-life first order is K, it is the formula for first order. K equal to 2.303 by T log of A0 by A. So the conditions are, in place of T, it should be T off. In place of A, it should be A0 by 2. Then we have to substitute it here. 2.303 by 2 of log of A0 by, in place of A, A0 by 2. So automatically A0 get cancelled. Only the 2 is there. So it will be in the denominator if it goes on the numerator. So we get it as 2.303 by 2 T of log of 2. The value of log of 2 is 0.3010. At least we have to remember those log of 2, log of 3 values. Okay. So log of 2 values is 0.3010. Then you have to substitute, you get it as K equal to 0.693 by T off. For the T of off-life period of first order is 0.693 by K, rate constant. Next we see the zero order reaction, that same off-life period for the zero order reaction because the time required for the reaction. First one we see the first order reaction. Here we have to find the zero order reaction. For the zero order reaction, constant is K equal to A0 minus A by T. So already we know that in place of T, it should be the conditions, the same condition. T equal to T off and the A equal to A0 by 2. So if we have substituted A0 minus A0 by 2 divided by T off. So we get taking as a naught as a common. So 1 minus of. So if we have 1, if it is minus of means the value should be of only. So K equal to A naught of by T of. K equal to, so here it should be a denominator only, 1 by 2. So 2T will be there. A naught by 2T of. So the value of half-life period for the first order is A naught by 2K. So this is the half-life period for the zero order reaction, first order reaction as well as the zero order reaction. It is a very important one because through by using this formula we can attend the numerical problems also. Okay, and the difference between the first order and the zero order is the zero order does not depends on the initial concentration. That means the A naught is not depend, only the constant value, and it is in this value only. But in the first zero order, it has been depends on the initial concentration. So okay, in this video we have discussed about the important questions are in the last videos also. Rate law is very important, rate constant, and the difference between the rate law and rate constant, order and molecularity, half-life period, pseudo order. Then if they given as a equation, how will you reduce that as a pseudo order? They may be asking like this. Some of the indirect questions they are given in the formula. By using the half-life period formula, you have attended the numerical problems, etc. Okay, thank you.